Have you ever waking up in a snow-covered morning craving something warm and fresh but realizing the pantry is empty? Well, today I'm sharing how I whipped up the fluffiest, most aromatic bread you can imagine, all without stepping outside. Let me show you how I turned a frosty Christmas morning into a cozy bakery at home. Just look at that golden crust, the bounce of this bake, and how fluffy it is. Cutting through this bread, you can already see how soft and tender it turned out. And when I added a pat of butter, oh, it melted so beautifully, soaking into every layer. The aroma, if you could only smell it, it's like walking into a bakery right in my home. This was the view from my window that morning, snow blanketing everything. It was a cold Christmas morning, and the kids were huddled on the couch watching TV. That's when the inevitable happened. Mom, we want bread. A quick check of the pantry confirmed my fears. No bread in the house. But don't worry, I just knew what to do. I grabbed my ingredients and got to work. First, I measured 3 1/4 cups of flour, making sure it was precise. Then I added 2 tablespoons of custard sugar for a touch of sweetness. Next, I prepared 1 cup of lukewarm water. It's important to keep it between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius for the yeast to activate properly without being too hot. Mine started a bit higher at 32 degrees. But I wasn't worried. I knew the evaporated milk and butter I would add later will balance out the temperature perfectly. Into the mix went 1 egg, a teaspoon of salt for flavor, and the magic ingredient, nutmeg, to give the bread a warm aromatic kick. I layered everything in my bread tin, starting with the wet ingredients at the bottom. Then I added the sugar and salt and flour on top, making sure the dry ingredients fully covered the wet ingredient. Finally, I made a small well in the flour and added 1 teaspoon of yeast. Here is an important tip. Keep the yeast separate from the wet ingredients at this stage. If they touch too quickly, the yeast could activate prematurely, affecting your dough rise. Once everything was in place, I popped the tin into my trusty bread maker. I selected the medium brown crust setting on my bread maker and let it do its magic. For my machine, the process took just under 3 hours. First, it kneaded the dough to perfection, then it rested in the rising mood, and finally it baked to golden brown goodness. Watching the process through the little window was so satisfying, almost like therapy on a cold day. And here it is, fresh out of the bread baker, warm, golden, and absolutely irresistible. I sliced into it and just look at the fluffiness. The butter melted into every crevice and the aroma filled the entire house. The kids couldn't wait to grab a slice. And let me tell you, this bread didn't last long at all. This bread truly made our snowy morning feel extra special. So, the next time you're stuck inside or just want a homemade treat, try baking your own bread. It's easier than you think, and the results are beyond worth it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share it with your fellow busy moms, and subscribe to my channel, This Mom Can. For more tips, recipes, and a glimpse into my life as a mom, wife, worker, and entrepreneur, hit the notification bell so you can never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a brilliant day. Bye. When it still feels like you